Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Ukraine and Russian stocks falling and why something else isn't. And we're going to go through the various possible reasons for that occurrence and just kind of see if we can figure out which one is most likely. And we're going to do this because we got a question from somebody in Ukraine. And they're basically asking, why have they stopped hitting us with cruise missiles? That's the question. Now, for Americans, when you think cruise missile, you think Tomahawk, you think ship, most likely. We like to deploy cruise missiles from ships. Russia likes to drop them from the sky, from their bombers. And they haven't done it. They went a whole month without doing it. And they had been doing it pretty regularly to hit grain depots, civilian infrastructure, stuff like that. When you hear about something hitting in a Ukrainian city, that's normally what it was. And there's kind of been an absence of it. And obviously, if you've been living with something for a long time, and it stops, you notice it, and it makes you concerned. Okay, so the explanation that is getting all of the attention right now is that they're out. Russia ran out of them. It's not it. Russia makes those. They make those themselves. They don't buy them from anybody else. They make them. The sanctions, they are not strong enough to be able to stop production of those. So they're not out. They could be running low. That they could be having a hard time producing them, but they're not out. And if they're low, why aren't they using the ones that they have at the same rate as they're being produced? It's an easy question. So that's one option, and that's the one that most people are focused on and most people believe. I don't think that's right. The other one is the one that is being championed by those who are super favorable when it comes to Russia. They support Russia. And they're saying that Russia is holding them in reserve for their offensive. No, just no. First, Russia is trying to make territorial gains like right now while I'm filming this. It's not going well. They are measuring the losses in brigade size. Believe me, if they had them and they planned on using them during it, they would. So that doesn't seem likely. The outlier explanation comes from British intelligence, and I think they're right. They are producing them, they're running low, but they're trying to build up a stockpile to hit Ukrainian energy infrastructure this winter. That seems like the most likely answer. It fits with their overall strategy on how they do things, and it fits with what they're actually capable of producing and everything. And that's the only one that actually explains all of the little pieces. So that would be my guess. My guess would be they're going to try to freeze you out. They're going to try to make it really cold. If it was me, I would do everything I could to prepare for that. Because that's, even though this is one of those times where you have this explanation coming from one group and you have a bunch of people repeating the same thing, I think the outlier is correct. And this happens, just remember, y'all were supposed to already be like part of Russia if you went off of the majority of the estimates. It was the outliers that said you had a chance. And I think that this is very much the same thing. My guess is they will wait for it to get cold, and then start hitting energy infrastructure. That's I think the British have it right on this one. So I would, if there is something you can do to mitigate that as an individual, I'd probably start. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.